Okay. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry.
You stopped the water over.
It didn't spill. No, it didn't spill.
Skills of a ninja.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Pony Podcast. You're listening to Tess and Alex.
Hi.
And today we're going to talk you through an episode that we were actually going to do live at a Pony Club camp, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So if you guys want us to do a live episode at your Pony Club camp, please get your DCs to contact us, probably for next year, because I don't think there are many camps left to go. But anyway, so today's episode is going to be on, predictably,
The Pony Club.
Yay!
We thought it was quite topical as well, given that Pony Club Champs has just been cancelled,
Yeah,
which is so
was meant
sad.
to be this week.
And we were meant to be there all week, and we were really looking forward to it.
And we are both, despite the fact that we are about to be kicked out of Pony Club for being too old, we are both still members and have really enjoyed our time with the Pony Club, as you can tell, because we're both still members. So if anyone has any questions about being a Pony Club member, or like doing any of the tests or any of the disciplines, we are more than capable of answering everything. So
You don't sound very sure.
I am pretty sure. I mean, I feel like I've experienced a lot of it. All right. So without further ado, let's begin.
Let's start at the beginning. So the Pony Club is the largest organisation of young riders in the world, and it's the fourth largest youth organisation in the world. So just coming behind like Scouts and Guides.
That's not just like equestrian youth organisations, that's like in total
In the world.
Girl Guides, Scouts, like I can't think of any more now, but that sort of thing.
You can be a member until 25, which
Hello.
is why we are
Getting
nearly
closer and
too
closer.
old to be in Pony Club. But there's no minimum age. So, like, your parents can join you as soon as you're born if they want to.
I mean, I've been to camp and seen kids who had to be held on like by their parents, being like toddled around in lessons. So,
And across the UK, there are 337 branches that have 24,000 members in them, and 472 centres which have 13,000 members in them. And there are, wait for it,
Oh, God.
big stat here, love my stats, 110,000 members worldwide.
that's 11 with 5 zeros after it.
Good show note reading.
As I'm looking at it, like, what is that?
Australia is the largest overseas
That's not
branch.
110,000.
Is it not?
No, it's 1
Yes, it
million,
is.
1,100,000.
No, look.
110, and then it's got
Oh,
4 zeros after it.
I'm pretty sure it's meant to be 110,000
Okay,
by
so
my finish.
Alex wrote that number down. So it's 11 and then 4 zeros after it, not... Oh no, 3 zeros after it,
I'm
not...
pretty sure it's 110 because I got these off my mum's quiz questions.
110,000.
And I remember having to learn 110,000, give or take.
Okay, so you got one too many zeros.
Yeah, sorry.
100. It's 11 with 4 zeros after it, not 5 zeros after it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I'm reading it, like, that is a big number.
Because obviously you've done your research and don't just have to read the notes.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
they're your notes. It's your thing.
So Australia is the largest overseas branch. It has 862 branches,
Yeah.
which is like more than all our branches and centres combined in this country.
Yeah. It's
Which
quite
is-
a big place, Australia.
Yeah, but people all live around the edge, not in the middle.
Yeah, it's still quite a big place. You can put like 8 United Kingdoms or something in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, okay.
Even
fair
though they all live around the outside of it.
Yeah. And other large overseas countries are Canada, New Zealand and the US, and they have over 100 branches each.
Mm.
And then other countries that have Pony Club branches include Kenya, Botswana, Dubai, Germany and Hong Kong, as well as many, many others that I'm sure people have seen on their Pony Club Instagram and stuff.
Interesting. If you are a member of an overseas pony club, like not one in the UK, do write in and tell us what it's like. Cause
Yeah.
we'll love, like, we're hoping to go abroad at some point and take this show on the road. And it'd be really nice to come and like meet some of you guys and have somewhere to stay when we go.
Don't sound so desperate.
I am desperate. In the Pony Club, you can take part in 9 disciplines. So that's the Olympic disciplines, so dressage, show jumping and eventing. But then there's polo cross, endurance, which we've talked a bit about already, pony racing, tetrathlon and mounted games, as well as other activities like the quiz, the musical ride, hunting, tests and achievement badges. And I was going to say the horse and pony care,
Yes.
which you haven't included
No.
in your show notes.
No, I haven't. Well spotted. Top marks for observation.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So I'm going to do my history background bit.
Okay.
So most of you are probably aware that it's the Pony Club's 90th anniversary year.
Yeah.
This year.
They haven't mentioned it.
No, they haven't mentioned it at all.
Not
So it was founded in 1929 by the Institute of the Horse, which eventually became the British Horse Society.
Yeah.
And the inspiration for starting the Pony Club came from the Tail Waggers Club in the Daily Express.
What was that?
It was like a little article, like a little
Like
story.
a little short story?
Short story that happened every
Aw,
week.
cute.
And it kind of continued on. And it was read by the wife of Mrs. Merchant, who was the wife of one of the Pony Club founders.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, look at this is cool. And
Yeah.
then they were like, let's start the Pony Club. And when it first started, the joining fee was £12.5p,
Yeah.
or 2 shillings and sixpence.
I wonder what that would be nowadays.
12.5p.
No, but 2 shillings and sixpence, I'm pretty sure inflation-wise,
Oh yeah,
is now
inflation.
probably more than 12.5p.
Yeah, but comparative costs.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the annual subscription was 25p or 5 shillings.
Nice.
So
Easy.
nice and easy. And when it first started, there were 11 branches, and those branches were the Cottesmore, Craven, Fernie, Ludlow, the VWH or Vale of White Horse, the Beaver, Essex Union, Grafton, and Shropshire North and South. And if any of you listening are in those branches, we'll
Right.
give you a shout out.
Yeah, right, and let us know. I know that our branch is one of the really new ones because it was only formed by so we were part of South Berks, although then I think it was called Garth and South Berks. And then the Claphams, so they were a big family around us, and one of them, actually I think 2 of them went off and went around badminton. It was like the Claphams and Julian Seaman, who's the press director for badminton. But it was basically like 3 families decided they were going to go off and do their own thing, so they all went off and like founded their own pony club and became Garth South. But I think we have one of, I don't want to like say any statistics that aren't true, but I think we might have one of the higher badminton completion records for pony clubs, because 2 of the Claphams went off and went around badminton. Julian went around badminton and Burley, or at least attempted to go around badminton and Burley, and like a really, really high proportion of like that first group went off and went and did big things. I feel like the Beaufort might be pushing it because they have like Harry Mead, everyone.
Yeah.
But we were well up there. We were well up there.
Our branch is, I think it was founded a couple of years after Pony Club,
Yeah.
because it's Hampshire Hunts are related to the Hunt.
Yeah.
And then it would have gone on like that. And when the Pony Club had their 80th anniversary, the HH had their 80th like 2 or 3 years after.
Aww.
So it's not far behind.
Yeah.
We'll do a little quick speed through a timeline for you.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, I'm not actually a Pony Club geek. I don't just know all this stuff by heart.
She's lying. She is.
I used to do a lot of the quiz, and there's a round of the Pony Club, and my mum made us learn all of these dates and all these facts.
You still remember them?
Not all of them, I had to look some them up. Like off by rote. So here we go.
Okay.
So it was founded in 1929.
1929.
Yep.
Okay.
And 1930, there was the first overseas branch was founded
Where?
in Gibraltar.
Okay.
It was the Royal Cow Hunt branch.
Nice.
And then the first Pony Club count was a year later in 1931.
Aww.
And if you look up on YouTube,
Yeah.
I think is it Path?
Yeah.
Have got some videos of a
Really?
Pony Club camp in the 1930s.
Oh, that's
and
so
it's
cute.
mad. Like, all the ponies are in stalls.
Yeah.
And they're all tied up. And the kids, like, go and show jumps that are just, like, sticks. And they're all jumping massive fences on these ponies without any hats. And you're, like, health and safety.
We
of
used to
building.
do that at home. No, I mean, not in Pony Club.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the
not in Pony
environment.
Club.
But we used to jump, like, we'd put, like, garden chairs out in the field and a broom across them, and we'd go and jump that. And, yeah, just silly stuff like that
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of this stuff we used to pull, like, now I'd cry. If I had a group at camp and they asked to do that, I'd be like, no, obviously not.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Okay.
1932, the first Pony Club tie was launched.
Yeah.
And it was designed in a competition, and the winning design was by the Essex Union branch and the East Essex Hunt branch. So, Alicia Wilkinson, if you're listening.
The first interbranch horse trials competition, if I jump in, because,
Sorry.
the first interbranch horse trials competition was in 1949.
Which, wasn't that the year that badminton first ran as well?
I think so. It's the year the Second World War ended, no?
No.
1945. Never mind. I'll cut that bit out. It's the 39 it started. That's why the 9 is there. Yeah, I think it was. Badminton horse trials was started because the Duke of Beaufort decided that we'd done too badly in the last Olympics, which were 49? No, it can't have been 49.
No, 48.
48.
Probably.
Which were held at Tweedledum. He decided we'd done too badly and we obviously needed more practice, so he started a big competition at badminton for everyone to go and practice.
That's brilliant.
That is a true story. And if you go to Tweedledum, there is still a wall. It's like up on the like little hill, not the control tower hill, the like next one down. There's a wall with a log on it that's only about 90 centimetres a metre high. It's really not very big and it's not very impressive. But that was in the 1948 Olympics. Yeah,
that's cool.
I know.
Fun
I don't think
fact,
anyone
there
jumps
you
it
go.
anymore. I think it's very unsafe. But, anyway, the first manual of horsemanship, which of course everyone's read, came out in 1950. And then the first...
Actually, sorry to interrupt.
Go.
So where I used to work,
Yeah.
they had a first edition of the Manual of Horsemanship.
Did you read it?
I did read it. They had like 6 different editions, and I was like, oh, I'm really interested to see what's in there. And some of the stuff, I was like, wow, like wisps and thatching and
When you
all
do
of this. I was like, ooh.
when you do your AH test, I don't know whether you still have to, but you used to have to be able to make a wisp.
I can make a wisp.
Okay.
We used to have this
Go on.
woman in our branch that was quite old school.
Yeah.
And we did our grooming badge, and she taught us all how to make a wisp as part of our grooming badge.
Is it not just like a large bunch of hay
Yeah.
matted together?
And then you like twist. Anyway, so she taught us how to make a wisp,
Yeah.
and then literally a month later, we went to the pony care competition areas, and we'd never done anything before. And they're like, "Here's some rope, make a wisp." And I was like, I know how to do this. So I did it all, and they were like, "That's the best wisp I've seen all day." And he melted the end and stuck it all together for us so we could keep it.
Oh, that's
and
so
I was like,
cute.
"Yes." Anyway,
I remember Kathy Merrick being able to like, you need to be able to make one, and I was like, no, I don't. Don't be ridiculous. Anyway. So this is where the other disciplines first start coming in. The first Prince Philip Cup was awarded in 1957, and then
before the Prince Philip Cup, the only championships Pony Club had was eventing.
really,
Yeah.
Oh, well, best.
And I remember someone saying that they used some of the Pony Club champs had happened previously at Burley for the eventing.
Christ, I bet they did. I bet they did. Do you want to do the next
Oh yeah. So then after the Prince Philip Cup was started, the next championship to start was the polo.
Yeah.
And that was in 1959.
Yeah.
And then in 1965 there was the first exchange to the USA.
Hint, hint, if anyone from the USA is listening, we are looking at trying to do a US road trip at some point in the future. And we will need hints on things to do and places to stay and things to go and see. And having just watched, what was that film? The Longest Ride. That was terrible, but it's very entertaining. And I now really want to go to a rodeo. I feel like this is a life experience that I've missed out on. So if anyone is listening from the States and wants to put us up for a night, probably in the next couple of years, not soon, in the future, and you do get in touch. We're quite good fun to have around. I promise. We're all right.
On the subject of the exchange, in the Pony Club there are 4 different exchanges you can do.
Okay.
So you can do mountain games, tetrathlon, hunting, and quiz. Yeah, you can do a hunting exchange.
I knew about
you
the
go to
quiz
Ireland.
Nice.
Or the States, I think. But you have to apply, and like you have to have your B test, and you have to be able to get a reference from someone in a hunt to prove you actually do hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the 4 things. And the most recent one, I think, was mounted games happened this summer, and they went to Australia, and they competed on borrowed ponies against Ireland and the States.
Cool.
And then the one before that was the quiz, where they went to Canada.
Yeah, I remember that.
They it was against the US and I think Australia and Canada.
Didn't we come last?
I don't know.
I have a feeling we didn't do very well. I'd actually the hunting one. I'll go hunting in Ireland. Let's go do that.
There you go.
That sounds fun.
Something for next year.
I don't know whether someone in my hunt would vouch for me because I've only been about twice in the last 3 years. Oh my god, if I can convince... one of my friends, her dad is the master of the Coke and Bloodhounds. Anna, if you're listening, your dad's my reference. I'll buy him a bottle of whiskey. Thanks. Okay. The first interbranch tetrathlon competition was in 1969. Unfortunately, though, only for boys, because #feminism hadn't happened yet, apparently. Then the first show jumping championships, speaking of championships, cry that this has been cancelled. And the first show jumping championships was in 1971. And then the first team dressage championships was in 1978. The 1977 dressage championships was for individuals only, because divas do things by themselves.
And then not a lot happened until 1997, when the Pony Club split from the VHS.
I can't believe that's in my lifetime, and I have I mean, I was only 3, but I have no memory of it. Like, my brother was in the Pony Club then, because my brother was 5/6.
Oh.
And so my mum would have been aware of it.
I don't think I'd have seen a pony at that point in my life.
Really? Oh, I definitely had.
So the Pony Club, up until 1997, had been under the VHS. So if you see anyone that's got an old Pony Club badge that's been passed down through the generations, it says British Horse Society, the Pony Club.
Oh, that's cool.
It doesn't just say the Pony Club.
I wonder if we've got one hanging around. Probably.
Find a picture, put it on Instagram.
I'll have a look. Oh, well, I'll get Mum to have a look.
And like your old ties are the same as well. That says British Horse Society.
We've definitely got an old tie with like the old style badge on the bottom of it, and it's about 3 inches long. One of the ones that you could. I mean, I feel like they. Oh no, they don't do stretchy ones. They probably do still have proper ties in the Pony Club, because you can't have elasticated ones.
No.
Ones that you can
Health
peanut.
and safety.
Yeah, ones that you can peanut on people. Those ones.
Okay. But also in 1997, with the first achievement badges.
Aww.
So I feel like it's a bit like Pony Club separated from the VHS, and we're like, now we're going to do fun stuff.
Were you that kid who like couldn't move their arms because their jump? Oh god, she's getting up. Oh, what's she getting? Alex has strode purposefully over to her closet, where I have a feeling she's going to produce a Pony Club jumper.
Yes.
At 24 years old. Oh my god. There is no blue visible on the sleeve from the amount of badges. Right, name all the badges while we're here.
Okay, right. So which way do we start from?
Trees,
okay.
poisonous plants.
Hang on. We'll go in a line. It's easy to remember what we've done.
Okay, first aid.
Human first aid.
Human first aid.
Fundraising.
Sure. Hacking.
No, fitness. Countryside access. Wildlife.
Dressage arena?
Yep.
Knots.
Yep.
Plaiting.
Yep.
Grooming.
Yep.
Bits.
Yep.
Feeding.
Yep.
Points of the behaviour.
Points of the horse.
Oh.
Keep it clean test.
Bridle weights?
Map reading.
Map reading. Flowers?
Yep, wildflowers.
Trees?
Yep.
Poisonous plants. I'm going to cut some of this out because I feel like this is really boring.
Perfect paddock.
Fields? Perfect paddocks, of course. Tack cleaning. Bridles. Saddlery. Whatever. Riding road safety. Loading. Bandaging. Blue Cross.
First aid badge, yeah.
Sure. Achievement award?
Gold achievement badge.
Stop
Get
it.
21 badges.
Stop it.
The access to endurance badge.
Of course. Horse first aid. Farriery.
Yep.
Points of the foot.
Sort of, yeah.
RDA.
Yep.
Mucking out.
Yeah.
Shouting at
Public speaking.
Native ponies.
Yep.
Around the world.
Flags of equestrian nations.
Worms.
Yep.
It's a robin. I don't.
Birds.
But you had a birds one.
No, I didn't. I had wildlife. That's animals.
Jesus. And security.
Yeah, like.
With there's a picture of this. What are these?
Oh, these are team colours.
There's other labels on the other.
Team colours. So when you represent your branch in a competition,
we just get a little pin that goes under your
we
badge.
get a pin, but only if you do it at open level or get to champs.
Oh, we get all 3. If you represent the branch at areas, you get novice, intermediate, and open colours. So you end up with 3 little ones.
No, we just get
intermediate show jumping. You can't represent your branch at hunting.
No,
at
for
area
that's
level.
you got that for getting your hunting certificate.
Okay. Intermediate tetrathlon, triathlon. Triathlon's not a Pony Club discipline.
Yes, it is. They have a winter triathlon league.
Okay. National quiz, area horse and pony care, novice dressage championships, novice dressage, endurance, combined training, mini team. 2007, I presume, is with the mini team.
Yes.
And then is that running for...
No, these are endurance kilometres.
100 kilometres and 250
Yeah, so
kilometres.
when you do endurance, you get your logbook, and then as you do more rides, you total up and you get what? 100, 250, 500, 1,000.
Yeah, just in case you guys didn't think Alex knew her stuff.
I do want to point out to everyone that my mum bought me this jumper when I joined the pony club, aged
And it
12,
still fits.
and it was big. And she refused to get me another one because I had so many badges that she wouldn't move it. And so now it's very small.
You do still have it though, and you work very far away from home. I don't go to the pony club down here.
No, because there was a reason I had it down here. I think it was because for areas I needed to bring it back and wash it.
Sure.
Or
Were you
from
wearing
Champs.
it?
I think it's Champs, that's why, last year. Because for pony care competition, pony care, you wear a jumper.
Oh my god, I can't believe you still have that. I had one somewhere. I wonder what happened to mine. I think Mum probably threw it away.
Mine is a treasured item.
It looks like it. It does still look fairly like new and non-worn to death. You know?
Mm-hmm. The
Like
joys
it.
of joining pony club when you're like 12, 13, you don't run around and run the dirt in it.
I mean, I probably still did it. I probably still do now. Like, Mum probably still wouldn't trust me with new stuff.
Anyway, whoops.
That's right.
Back to podcast recording. How far did we get? We got to 1997.
Okay.
So in 1998, centre membership was introduced.
Yeah, so that's when you can join the pony club as part of like a riding school or a riding centre. You don't have to have your own pony, but you can still get involved in all the activities that we run, and the pony club run, and that sort of thing.
I do a bit of teaching at a centre.
Yeah.
And they do it, so they have like badge afternoons.
Yeah.
Where they all come for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And do a badge. So they did loading with me, and we did the intro to polo cross badge. So I had them all on foot with polo cross sticks, and like I marked out a pitch, and we had a polo cross game on foot. And they have
must
like
get through a lot of badges, like more badges than you have.
No, not really, because they don't do that many.
Okay.
They do like maybe one every 2 months.
Okay.
And some of them they like with the intro to polo cross one. She was like, "Well, I'll give you your intro one now,
Yeah.
but we are going to have a written demonstration in a couple of months that you have to come to get your big badge."
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And then...
Oh, I missed one out, sorry.
Oh, you missed one out.
2003,
Yeah.
the quiz was launched.
Oh, yay! And then 2004, more new disciplines. Pony racing and horse and pony care were introduced.
Ooh, I missed one.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, God.
2009, endurance was reintroduced.
Reintroduced, was it not?
Yeah. It was kind of started and then it didn't really happen, and then the 8th anniversary happened and they're like, let's bring endurance back.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And that is nice. And then... we get to 2019, which is, of course, as everyone knows, the 90th anniversary, and involves the Ride Around the World. Have you got involved in the Ride Around the World?
Sort of.
Okay.
I mean, I shared a few things on Facebook, and the Wokingham DC said that my musical ride for camps that I'm going to put in is Ride Around the World because I think it's amazing, and I was like...
Oh, what was your musical ride at Camp 2?
Money on My Mind by Sam Smith.
Oh, I did mine. So last year I had my group at camp, and luckily I had a group with a lot of dressage ponies and people who didn't want to do a lot of jumping. So we went hard on the musical ride, and it was my given theme was St Trinians. So I did it to the St Trinians soundtrack, and they all came in their school uniform, including my token boy, and he came in my school skirt, which somehow I still had, and like a
You
tie.
mean every pony club jumper, but you still have your school skirt?
Yeah, it's my PE skirt, so. I mean, even when I can still fit in it. Even when I was still wearing it to school, it was very short because I had bought it in year 7 and just never bought a new one. And by the time the teachers were like, "Tess, you really need a new school skirt," I was like, "I'm here for another year. I'm not buying a new skirt." And poor Toby got dressed up in my school skirt. His mum bought him a wig. We put a wig
Was
on
this
it.
Toby that won our Thomas Pettifer competition?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Poor Toby was put in a wig, and I think we put lipstick on him as well. And then everyone was carrying hockey sticks or tennis rackets or like some form of sporting equipment. And I made them do, because I'd been to a European 2-star team test training, which is basically a drill ride but on like fancy eventing horses. I made them do loads of the movements. So we had like a medium trot across the diagonal as a group, and we had group leg yielding, and we had like the choreography was like inspired. Like It was it was incredible. The other groups were jealous of us. Every time I walked past a member of the other group, she was like, "Oh, I heard that you've got everyone doing the 2-star team test," and I was like, "So?" And she's like, "Well, you can't use someone else's choreography," and I was like, "I'm not, because I've changed the movements around, so actually it is my own choreography." And and you're just like, "Shut up," whoever it was, shut up, child, whoever it was. And oh my god, when they did it, it was like so good, so perfect, and we were robbed. Absolutely robbed of the win by Shelley Moores and her top group. Liv Irby, if you're listening, it was you.
Tess is not bitter about this at all. Tess does not hold grudges.
We were so robbed. It was just like, they performed it beautifully and all the movements came off and it was entertaining to watch and that fit the music, including crescendos and diminuendos. Everything. And they come in their banana costumes, dancing to... Oh, what was it? Oh, Mr. Loverman by like Shaggy or something. Like that one that's like Mr. Lover. That one. Just because Liv came in wearing a banana. Robbed.
Okay, I think we've used enough time at the podcast.
Absolutely robbed. I'm still angry.
Moving on.
We'll be taking complaints from anyone listening. I will be launching a petition.
Moving on. I want to point out, so that's the end of our timeline on Pony Club.
Yeah.
Even though we got sidetracked. And I want to point out that we did not do this for Pony Club.
No.
We did it because
we were meant to do it at a Pony Club camp.
And also we felt bad about champs.
Yeah.
And also because, and also because I feel like we've had a lot of doors that have opened for us because we've been in Pony Club.
Yeah.
And that's
it has provided probably the most fun memories of my childhood and now. And also my job, because I now work at a company that was started by someone who I met in Pony Club. So my literal job now that pays me money is because of Pony Club.
Yeah.
It is a really good organisation. It's good fun.
Yeah. And ironic is there's so much you can choose to do. Like, you don't need to be, on teams and
super competitive.
There's other stuff you can do, and especially if you're in a centre and don't have your own horse, there's lots of things you can do and get to championships.
Yeah.
Without.
And if you ever do, like, if you do not have your own pony and you kind of think, oh, there's no point me learning about horse care and that sort of side of it because I'm not going to have my own horse. If you do ever go on to like maybe have a horse when you're older or like go like start looking after other people's horses, it's really staggering when you get to like our sort of age, when you meet people who weren't in the Pony Club and haven't had that kind of grounding, where they'll be doing something and you're like, oh my god, what are you doing? Stop doing that, it's so bad. And they have no idea and no understanding of like how bad some things are for the horses and how like dangerous some things are. It gives you such a good grounding in like understanding basic horse care and making sure that you don't injure them or don't make them ill.
I think it's also really good now that Pony Club have split some of their tests.
Yeah.
So from C upwards, you can take the horse and pony care separately.
Yeah.
So if your pony goes lame just before you take your C test, you can still do the pony care part.
Yeah.
And then you've got it, and you can like go do your C plus pony care before you've done your C riding.
Yeah. Yeah, that bit is really good. And same with B test.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah. It's cool.
Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed us getting sidetracked talking about the Pony Club. Like I said, if you have any questions about being a member or doing a test, or you're thinking about joining but you're not sure what you want to do in the Pony Club or which branches you want to join, just give us a message.
Oh, and I want to start something that if you've got any questions for us, preferably horse care related or horse related.
I mean, we cover quite a few topics. I reckon anything.
Okay. Within reason.
Go for anything. Yeah. It has to be broadcastable.
Yeah. If you send us in any questions to our Instagram or Facebook account, we will answer them on our podcast. We'll do one a week. Yeah. And we'll let you know which episode it's in. Yeah. Just send us a message and do #PonyPodcast. Yeah. On it, and we'll sort that out for you.
Easy breezy.
Because sometimes these things are easier to discuss than just to put a message back on.
Yeah.
And other people can then benefit from the question that you asked.
guaranteed, no matter how stupid the question is that you want to ask, someone else will want to ask it as well. And so you will, and it'll be the sort of thing you'll ask and everyone will be like, oh my god, thank god someone asked, thank god someone came up with it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, message us along all the normal channels. So that's Instagram at the Pony Podcast, on Facebook the Pony Podcast, and if you want to email us anything, it's theponypod@gmail.com.
And don't forget to give us a rating on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And leave us a review.
And Spotify. And tell all your friends about us so that other people can find us as well. And yeah, thanks so much for listening.
Bye.